Good morning, everyone. So today we're going to do some breakfast. Scrambled eggs, sausage patties, and hash browns. And I'll show you how I make my scrambled eggs, because it's not normal like other people do it. This is what I got. I want some bread. Don't forget the bread. We gotta start the sausage first just because they're frozen. We'll put the eggs on really low, so those can cook a little bit slower there. Middle too for the hash browns. Okay, so for my eggies, only butter goes in the pan. Whatever eggs, however many eggs you want, you put in there. I put them in whole, and I do my thing after. Today I got 7 eggs just to use up the carton, so no matter what, we'll be eating them. Even if I have them for lunch or something. Nothing really goes to waste in this house, kind of. Let it cook for just a little bit. Do some salt and some pepper. I don't ever put anything else in my eggs when I mix them. Just break up the yolk and just mix them up. This is how we're looking so far. In a little bit I get to put my cheese in my eggs. That's what makes it creamy and fluffy and all the good stuff that people think they have to do with, like add a milk to your eggs. But I never do that. Look, I just flipped everything. I think it's coming out good. Alright, now we can turn up the eggs. I think we're good to go. Like right about now, this is where you want to put your cheese in, so it melts right through. I break them up. I don't know, I just never always broke them up. Think there's a science to that, breaking up my cheese and putting them in the eggs, or just I could just put the whole slice in there? Oh yeah, disperses the cheese better, even though we mix it in there. We got 7 eggs here, so about 5 slices of cheese is pretty good. If you do 6, sometimes I'll do maybe 4 or 5, depends. There we go. Alright, sausage is done. Now we just gotta concentrate on my eggs. This is what you want. This is what you are looking for. Scrape the bottom. Get the sides. Still trying to figure out the new stove. Still looking creamy. So a couple more minutes for the eggs, and we will be done soon. Well, that's breakfast. At a restaurant, you'd probably pay what? 15, 20 bucks for that? And some orange juice? Make it 25 bucks because of that orange juice. Made it home. Made it at home for I don't even know what. I just know I didn't spend no money today. So tonight we're gonna have stuffed peppers. But like I said, we don't have the traditional stuffed peppers. We make it like a soup. So this is all you're gonna need for it. The first thing you gotta do though is just put the juice in, that tomato juice, and just heat up your pot and start prepping everything else. Oh, it's kind of hard with one hand. You just start pouring. I'll show you guys step by step. Next thing is going to be the peppers. Just strips of peppers. And you just throw those in so those can get a little bit tender. I got 2 more, so usually I do 4, but the store only had 3 cans. So we're doing 3 cans today. And then the meat, we have the ground beef, 8515.6 pounds. And then we got ground sirloin, that is like a 1.44 pounds. Onion salt, garlic salt, pepper, 1 egg to mix, and we got our rice. But like I said, I will show you step by step. So we got strips of our green pepper. We do the strips because Tracy doesn't like green pepper, and this is why we do stuffed peppers like this, because she doesn't like green pepper. She just likes the soup, hot soup part, and the juice, and the meatballs. And I actually make my mashed potatoes with it. So, you know, mashed potatoes and meat, anytime. After you cut them, just throw them in. Just let it go. It'll get hot and steamy, and goodness comes. Alright, so whatever bowl you want to mix your meat in, grab it. Put your meat in there. We're going to do about a cup of rice. This will be plenty. And actually, I think that's good enough. We don't need all the rice. Garlic salt. You think that might be a lot, but it's really not. I'm telling you, you're gonna need the flavor, because there's almost 2 pounds of meat. This is the onion salt. I think I said garlic salt for the other one. And then just some black pepper. Just like a steak, like the garlic salt and onion salt. I know it's all salt, but like when you put salt on a steak, roughly, you know, people put a lot on there, and it tastes good. So yes, it's gonna be plenty, but you'll have the flavor of the onion salt and the garlic salt, which is great. Okay, so the mixture again. Meat, rice, onion salt, garlic salt, pepper, and an egg. I'm going to show you a couple meatballs and then go to the next step. Just make sure your juice is on like medium heat to get hot, because you need that juice to get hot to cook the meatballs. So I want to say it's like a little bit smaller than a golf ball. So, let's see, like that much. But, you know, drop it in. That's it. You don't want them too small, but you don't want them too big either. After this, actually, I will be doing mashed potatoes. Not sure if I should be showing you guys that. I'm sure you guys have your own way of making mashed potatoes. Maybe I'll just show a couple clips of that. Alright, we'll do one last meatball on film and video. But this is our stuffed peppers. If you can smell the spice when you're mixing your meat, then you have plenty in there. If you smell meat when you're mixing your meat, you don't have enough spice in there. All you're gonna taste is ground beef. I think that's the little trick that, you know, when you smell it, you're good to go. Alright, I'll show you guys once this is like bubbling up and getting hot what it looks like. So I was just thinking, you can probably cut this down, because we actually eat this for like 3 or 4 days at a time. It's because we like it so much. You can probably cut it down to 1 pound of meat or 1.5 pounds. With I would just do 2 cans of the tomato juice. Just, you know, this is all eyeballing it and stuff. So the rice, you want probably definitely no more than 1/2 cup in your meat with that amount of meat. Make sure you do have a good stock pot to do this in, because when you put the meatballs in, that liquid rises obviously. So you don't want it to overdo it and have a small pot. So I did want to show like how big this stock pot is. It's a regular, you know, handled spatula spoon. It's that tall, so you need a big one. So give it a mix. If you have a lid, definitely put it on. Just let it go. Every once in a while, go ahead and stir it, but leave it on high heat, or the medium heat, not high, no high. Medium heat. Just let it go. Alright, let's check it. We gotta stir it. Ooh, it's looking good. You want it bubbling. This is what you want. Like, for a good hour, you want it like this, so it's nice and hot, and the meatballs get tender. It's looking good. Looking good. Especially when the meatballs are up top, floating around. Ooh-wee. There's the mashed potatoes. Let's try that again. There's the mashed potatoes. And I use heavy whipping cream instead of milk. Don't do milk anymore. But that'll smooth it out pretty good and be nice and creamy. And there you go. Some creamy mashed potatoes. Alright, now I just gotta plate it up and I'll show you that. Since like I said, it's not traditional stuffed peppers. We just call it that because it's like it. It's like a no, not, I don't know. We'll come up with something for it, but stuffed peppers. All right, this is my bowl. How I have meat and potatoes and some green peppers there. And then we got Tracy's soup, meatball soup. But this is what we call our stuffed peppers, like a deconstructive stuffed pepper. This is how we eat it. So everything's cleaned up now. Now I just gotta let that pot rest. Get a little warmer, cooler to put in the fridge. I put the whole pot in the fridge till tomorrow and reheat it just like that. So till next time, friends.